Abaphumeleli Foster Home is located in Khayelitsha. Every year, about 50 children are received at the home. For the past 20 years, the orphanage was renting the house they foster the kids. Now the house is being sold. There are 36 children currently living there. They are now faced with homelessness if the orphanage doesn't raise enough money to buy the house. There are children that are coming of age that are now supposed to leave the home and find their way in life. They are unemployed and not qualified. The home is where they grew up. Their foster parents are their family. About 23,000 kids in foster care in South Africa are faced with the same problem.
When I grow up, I want to be a doctor.
I want to be a nurse.
I want to be a doctor.
I want to be a nurse. I want to be a doctor.
I'm Evelyn Makasi, the founder of Abaphumeleli. I started in 2003 until now.
Okay, so what made you open this foster home, or what do you call this place rather?
For now, I'm calling it a home of safety. And the thing made me started it is to see. You see the lack of, how could I say it, I see how the children are struggling. A lot of children are being thrown away, the others have been abused and all that, you see. So I sit with my late daughter who passed away in 2011. We was watching TV and then I see that this happening in Joburg, and she asked me why don't I do it here in Cape Town, and I said to her, okay, I will do it but not now. And then she said, no, let's go in. Do it now. And then we go to social, and social development say no, it's okay, you can do it. And then I started from there, because I see there's a lot of children who are homeless. Some is been thrown away in you see the big dustbins outside. Some of the children are being left at the sea, in the bushes. You see, just crazy stuff is happening. So I told myself I want to be one of the parents who want to look after children, HIV positive or negative, or abused sexually or physically, or homeless, just every child who are in need. So I tell myself I will want to do that, and that's when I started.
And the age groups for the kids, do you accept any ages or you have a certain age limit?
Yeah, for now I'm starting with I can say 1 day old. 1 day old, or 1 day old to 20 years. Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I'm.
And when those kids come to you, how do you look after them? Where are you getting support from?
When they comes, I'm asking around for the sponsors, and then they've got their foster grant, which it helps a lot for me to help them, to give them what they need. And and here and there sponsor, and you see, stuff like that.
So on average, how many kids would you say you're getting every year?
It's a lot of children. I can say maybe more than 50.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. because you see sometimes, more special here in November, December, it's a lot of children who are being neglected, because you see the parents are out there to enjoy themselves. They forget about their children and they just do whatever they want to do and don't care about the children. So sometimes it's 3 siblings, 5 siblings, so it just go in and on and on.
Okay. All right, and how would you describe your relationship with those children? Because you're getting new kids all the time, so what's your relationship with them? How do they regard you and how do you...
I love children a lot because I have 3 of my own, and I've got 5 of my husband. Okay? So they was very small, and I brought them up myself. So I am from a very big family. We are 7 sisters and 5 brothers at home. Yes. So I'm used to that noise and all that stuff, you see. So when we are alone, it is like you are in a church or at a funeral. So that's why I think I like to be with children. I love them and they love me too, as their grandmother.
Okay. All right, what are the problems you're currently facing at the moment?
At present, I'm facing problems of, like you see, I want to build a bigger place for them, and I want to, you see, I want to have for every child, I want to make for every child a little something. So when the child is getting older, to go to wherever she wants to go, or he, as a university or so, money, I need that for them to put away. And then I have
your house is being sold. Can you just talk about that a bit?
Yes, the blue house where I first started in, the owner of that house and his wife is on separation. They are divorcing each other, so now they are selling the house, the blue house, and they give me a chance until end of August. But I see they are quiet because they said that there will come a person to come to look for the value of the house, and then when that guy comes, I must know they are going to start to sell it. So I'm still looking out and waiting for him to come, so that I know what to do and where to go to ask around, you see.
Okay, but how important is that house to you?
That house is so important to me because it's where I started everything. That is so important, and most of my children grow up in that house. It is their home, you see. It is their home. Yeah. So that house is very important to me, and I really need it. I really need that house for them.
What do you think will happen if you lose the house?
They're all going to stay in this side in these Canada rooms, and you see it is not a lot of rooms, it's not a lot of space for all the children.
Okay, so you also have a problem whereby when kids turn a certain age, they have to leave foster care.
When they turn.
Can you just talk about that as well?
Okay, it's when the child turns 18, but if the child is still in school, it's go on until 23 years old, the social foster grant. As long as the child is at school, but if the child is not at school, so there is nothing, and he must go.
So where do those kids go?
They are looking around for parents or a relative or whatever they can get to take the child to. But I've got a child here. She was brought up by me. She was 4 years when she comes, but now she's going to be 21 years on November. And she don't have anyone. She don't have parents. She's just an orphan, and I can't send her to anyone. So she is going to stay with the children, all my children. She's going to stay with them.
Is that allowed or is it against the law?
It is, I think it is against the law. But the law, you can do something with it, because you see, where will she go? She can, because she's got her sisters here and her brothers with me. They are still here. So I can't send her away. She is just going to stay here. Yeah, she must, and I will go to the highest court for her. Really, I will go to the highest court, because I can't just chase her away.
My name is Noliolo Makasi. I'm the daughter-in-law of Evelyn, and I came here first knowing nothing what's happening. I got married to this family only to find out they are more. They've got more people around, and that year also my brother's sister passed away. She was the one that was helping Mama a lot with everything, so I took over from there. Now I'm managing the place, Abaphumeleli, making sure that everything is up to date. The kids go to school, they've got food, they've got clothes. So now I'm here, my everyday life is here.
Okay. Alright, how important is this place to you? How special is it?
It plays a big role in my life, knowing that I'm giving back to my community, not just my community, knowing that I'm saving a life. Knowing that it just, when I go to bed at night, I know that I've made a difference in the child's life. It may not mean anything for them now, but I know that I'm planting a seed, knowing that I want them to be someone in life by my help. It helps, it just makes me happy and eager to do more, because I know there are more kids that also need this love that I'm giving to these ones, that are becoming abundant every day.
Alright, and what kind of education are those kids getting? Which schools do they go to? And yeah, just basic help.
The others are at Luhlaza High School and Manyano High School, Bulumko High and Cosset. And the others are down here in Jailelo Primary School, and we do have the others are in the special school. And we've got one boy, Osama, he's in Falls Bay College. And the others are in the preschool. So we just want to make sure that they come here. Maybe others don't come here, they've never been to the school, but we make sure that they go to school, because education is very important and it plays a big role in each and everyone's life.
Okay, so every child who comes here goes to school?
Goes to school.
Okay, and the schools, who is paying the school fees, and yeah, how are you raising the money? Who is going to the schools to do the registration? Because that should be a lot of work.
I do go to register the children, and sometimes my mother and I, we split. You go to this side, I go to this side, just because we are their parents, everything, so we're doing what their parents should do for their kids. And then for school fees, we pay school fees ourselves, because they get foster grant, and it also helps us to pay their school fees. Now they've got full uniform and all this stuff. Sometimes we do get good like people that comes and say, no, can I offer to pay the school fees for the kids? Like this year, we know at least this year we're not going to pay a school fees. We take that money and do something else.
What problems are you facing at the orphanage at the moment?
Like as a whole, we're facing now, it's a big problem. I can say it's a big problem because it wants money. The money that we don't have now.
Okay, and what's the problem?
The owner is selling the house.
Okay.
The owner is selling the house, and because we have been renting the house, I think it's been 15 or 16 years. So now this is getting through the divorce, so we just need the money to buy the house before anyone else comes and buy the house, because if someone can buy it, we don't have nowhere to go with the kids. And if we get the house, we get this land for free, and then we can like have more kids and to save other kids. So that's the main point that I think we are struggling now. We're still looking out for any help there.
Okay. All right. And just one more thing. What happens to your kids when they turn 18 and they're supposed to leave?
When they turn 18, they're supposed to go here. Elsewhere, we don't know, but we feel like we cannot do that.
Okay. What skills do those kids have to go to the outside world and start a life of their own?
The skill that we can give them now is the education, is to take them, is to give them the education so that they can, when they are alone, they can stand on their 2 feet. There's nothing else that we have now for them to get them ready to go out there. That's why we want to keep them until that they are stable enough to stand on their own 2 feet.
Okay, so do they have job experience?
For now, they're still at school.
Oh, okay.
Some of them started school late. They're supposed when they are 18 to be working and all this stuff. But in terms of the cases that they were in, they are 18, they're still doing grade 11, grade 10, grade 12. So they are back. So now we're trying to make it fast for them to get what they need. And sometimes they become discouraged. I'm 18, I'm still doing grade 12. We tell them it was never your fault, but we want you now, you're getting a chance. We want you to finish up your school, grade 12, and then we see what can we do further on for you.
Okay, great.
My name is Wongiwe. My name is Swar Boy. If you get from 203 up, slowly up. So kusahlala iminyaka sahlala. So which means xa siva Abaphumeleli, which means indawo ephatha abana bazali. So saye nje uhlala apha thina. Umama esaphila ngoko. Sahlala iminyaka apha. Sahlala nomakhulu. So ke uxoxa Abaphumeleli, which means indawo abantwana bahlala khona, abana bazali nabangaphathwa kakuhle from abazalini babo.
Ithetha uthini kuyi Abaphumeleli?
Abaphumeleli.
Apha indawo njani
apha kumimandi apha
uhlala aba bantu uhlala nabo umama noSisinoliyolo ngiyiphi indima badlala apha ebomini bakho?
apha badlala indima phofu ndizibona mehlwa mna bandikhulele apha banenthanda ukushinga kumakhulu if basangandihlala ngekudala ngikhona apha emhlabeni mama engasuwe mama.
Okay, nje kuthiwa xa ineminyaka 18 but ngoku na-21 ne? So uzobheka phi, uyiva kanjani ukuba kufuneke nikhutshiwe? Ikho indawo uzaya kuyo?
Since but okay, abanye ngakhlamba abanye bangahamba mhlawumbe bekhona abashekayo. Since thina ke most abanye mhlawumbe bahambe, most abanye basheke, which means abahambayo ngaba namakhaya bona. Which means thina siyasala thina asinabo bazali. So sikhulele kumakhulu.
And today I am visiting Abaphumeleli Foster Home, and for me it's quite surprising what happens here. And you have to take in mind that Cape Town is a little bit divided in 2 parts. There's a rich part, the city center, they have nice beaches in Camps Bay and so on, but they have also quite big townships. And some years ago I didn't know what happens here, how it looks like, and I was introduced by Jutta to this project here, and I found it incredible that two women do here for the children. The children need the help because they are homeless, or they were homeless, but now they have a home. Now they have the possibility for education, and it's very important, and that's the reason why I want to support this project. and you can look around and can see what so far happened here, but I think there are quite a lot of things to do, and so what is very important, that they have more money to have more possibilities to build some new houses, to create here a brighter future.
Okay, can you describe the living conditions? Is it you took a tour, you saw everything?
Yeah, I don't see so much so far.
Did you go into the house?
I saw a little bit,
Okay, do you want to talk about how you feel about what you saw, the way the kids live?
I think I went inside and I saw the living conditions of the children, and of course here's a lot of love in the house. Everybody do his best, but of course the living conditions are you can improve the living conditions for the children, I think, and I think that is also quite important. And it would be very nice if the school can support this project, because the biggest problem at the moment is that the children, when they leave school, they have to leave here at the moment, but where they can go at the moment, they can't go anywhere, and so it would be very important if we can build here new houses and the possibility that they can live till they find job possibilities, till they find vocational training or something like this, because if we don't have anything, then they have to live in the streets, and so it would be very nice if the school can collect some money, that we can construct here some buildings that they have the possibility to live here more time.
Hello everybody, my name is Dr. Jukta Lenz. I got hold of Abaphumeleli through my Rotary Club CUP in Cape Town, where I am a member, and a lot of Rotarians support many social projects here, and we are here in the township of Khayelitsha. And the amazing thing of this foster place is that two women take care of 37 kids for 18 years now. My most important view is to see a vision that all these kids, especially also the older ones between the age of 18 and 25, can stay here. Normally they have to leave the foster home because they have finished school, but where should they go? South Africa, and especially the Cape area, experiences a big dramatic shift because in the next years 23,000 young people have to leave the foster homes, but they don't know where to go. So my vision is to build here a house, a new home for the youngsters, also for the older ones, that they can stay here and live here together as a family as they did before and still do for all these years. So I think it's not a very good idea to send these people out without any professional education, and they have to live in the street. So we want to make a difference, and especially also with the support of you all, who I hope will support this great foster home and help so everybody with this idea. The help I have given is, we started by, you will not believe it, Christmas presents. So I got hold of this foster home, and from then on I donated furniture, I donated clothes, money to help this foster home, because sometimes, as we got hold of after the 20th of each month, there is not enough food for the kids. So we try to help with everything. The money we need is especially to buy property here, and at the moment we are running in the problem that we do not have enough space, so that makes a lot of pressure on the older ones to move out. And we have a piece of property just across this road, and it also belongs to this lady already, but we need money to build a new home there. So that would be fantastic, and also rearrange things things here. We have some containers standing around. If you maybe have seen, also the living conditions are not so great. Everything is very small, very tight, and so we need just to change the homes completely in the structure that also young people can stay there and also separate from the younger ones.